Let me ask you something. You are trapped in the land of the lost. You've been there for a while. You and your family been there for a while. You've been looking for a way home. You haven't found anything, but you find a way to get home. Do you take it, no matter what the risk is, or you don't know if you're going to go coming through alive, or again, you don't know what the risk is, or do you think through? Do you cautiously look at it and then say, I don't know, it may be a way home, but I don't know. Well, that is exactly what the Marshall family have to deal with this week. Welcome to BizLock's Retro Hour, my corner of the internet. This week, we're dealing with the next to the last episode of season 1, and I love this. I've loved this episode from day one when I saw it back as a kid. Hurricane. This story is by David Gerald and Larry Niven. And the premise on this, we've done a lot of mess around and find out episodes. They've messed around with a lot of things that they don't know about, and they paid the price through almost losing their dad, through messing with the pylon, and they don't know what the outcome of it is. Again, they've messed around and they found out. Well, it happens again this episode. Except they affect somebody else. Yes. If you're familiar with the premise of Hurricane, Beauregard Jackson, a pilot from the future, their future. They don't give specifics, but he was coming in on a glide path from a space station, and a time portal clipped his craft, and he finds himself in the land of the lost. There's a backstory to that, but that we'll find in this episode up and coming. But that's what happens here, and that's what this episode is specifically about. To tie in with Ferret One, I Run. I mean, you got Hare and Miles messing around with the collider, pulls a human through, boom. We've got Ferret Run events happening there. Land of the Lost, you've got the pylon doing a time doorway, another human comes through, boom, you've got the story. An awesome trope. It really is. But you've got two legends who work together to generate this story. Again, David Gerald and Larry Niven. Excellent in the field, excellent storytellers, excellent writers, work together to bring us this episode. And I have been looking for this episode for a long time. It's good, it's a solid story, and I'm really looking forward to it. So, with no more further ado, let's get started and let's jump into that episode. Hurricane, I'm ready to get lost. You're ready to get lost. So let's run, let's go, and let's get lost. See you on the other side.
Marshall, Will, and Holly on a routine expedition when the greatest earthquake ever known. Can you believe we got one more episode after this and then season 1's over with? Hard to believe. It's been a ride. I've really enjoyed it. I've really enjoyed watching these again and connecting to that inner kid in me. No lie, this morning I told the ferret to pick me up some honeycomb for breakfast this week, and I found myself eating a bowl of honeycomb and watching Land of the Lost this morning for breakfast. I was going through season 2 stuff, and it's like, oh geez, here we go living the life again. It was great. It really was. Oh geez. But anyhow, here we go. Hurricane. Um, Episode 16. One more ending till the season's over with. Okay, we start off in the jungle. Will and Holly are looking for carrots. They're heading to the carrot patch to pick up some food, and they just are having issues because it's rib day in the land of the lost, and they've got unending ribs for the dinosaurs, and of course Alice is taking advantage of it. So they see that and go, "Oh crap! Go behind the log and hide." And then they say, "Oh my God, did you bring the barbecue sauce?" No. And so they start running away from that. And then as they're going away from that, they discover that it's also the unending salad bar. And Spike is in there also enjoying the salad. So it's salad bar, it's salad Tuesdays, it's unending ribs. They just don't know where to go. So right now they have to do is hide. But now I'm going to go to audio. I want you to listen to this. I love this.
Another close call.
Pay attention.
Lucky for us, the Spike's so nearsighted.
Lucky for you don't have any more of that perfume. I mean, Spike may not think we're much of an afternoon snack.
Call back
but
previous
we look awfully
episode.
funny as a hood ornament.
Everywhere we go today, a dinosaur is.
Hey, I know a place where there wouldn't be any dinosaurs.
Uh-oh, this sounds like another one of your famous explorations.
In fact, I know a place.
He knows
Remember
a place.
we saw that gold gleam up on the mountaintop?
No?
No, you don't remember?
No, we're not going. It's too far. The last time we saw a gleam on the hilltop, Dad got shocked by those two blue crystals.
Well, look, it won't happen
Actually,
again.
it was
I
the
mean,
yellow
you learn.
crystal. But
You
anyhow,
never make the same mistake twice.
callbacks. You
Always make a
don't
mistake.
see that too much
Besides,
nowadays, but they're
You know how
giving
I feel about high
callbacks,
places.
and it's freaking awesome. You don't see that no more, but to stay within continuity of the show, they do call back to previous episodes, and I think that's freaking awesome. So anyhow, he talks her into going. They're climbing up the mountain to get to where they're going to see what that gold gleam was, and they find themselves climbing the hill, looking over the land of the lost. Um, they decide to take the break, so they take a break, have some discussion, and yeah, they're having a discussion on this. They talk about how she's not paying attention and she's not noticing that she's afraid because she's got that deathly fear of heights that she fought through in the previous episode, and she's realizing in this one as well that because she's focusing on going up, she's not paying attention to that. And so she's kind of relishing in the thought of beating her fear. But they are working their way up to the top of the mountain to investigate that the golden gleam. And so they continue up. Now, in production, you see the little hole up there. I'm curious if this was the side of the little high bluff that we've never seen before, or what. Not sure. But let's see what we got going on here. Bear with me.
Up here.
You gonna open it?
Sure.
Of course he's going to open it.
Well, just be careful. Remember what happened last time?
I'm only gonna look.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe it's different inside. I mean,
Maybe.
they must have put it way up here for a reason.
Yeah, to keep it away from you. Uh-oh. Here we go.
Hey, well, you better be careful. The Skylines might get you.
Oh, another
Not gonna touch
callback.
anything,
I'm
just
loving
gonna
this.
look.
Well,
good.
I
He
don't
said
think I'm
anybody-
gonna go in. If anything happens, it's gonna be your fault.
All
Nothing's
his
gonna
fault.
happen.
All his fault. And that's him not touching
No, you mean
anything.
lightning.
Sorry.
But as I said earlier,
Touch anything.
Don't worry, I know what I'm doing.
he's touching, he's messing around with
The
something
one Enoch has, down
doesn't
the
know
lost
anything
city.
about.
The one that controls the time doorway.
And of course it is. You didn't know how to operate that one either.
Yeah, well, you better come out of there.
What's happening now?
We got a bad thing.
I don't know. You
That
better
looks like a
not
bad
fix
thing.
yourself, Will.
I saw a bad thing last week and it looked just like that.
Will, turn it off.
I don't know how to stop it.
You don't know how you turned it on either. You have to just leave it out there and come check it out. And we got a orange glowy
Hey, that
thing.
shimmering light.
Great. Hey, where'd the shimmering light come from?
You made it.
Yeah, you did. Congratulations.
It's just like the river. It came all the way around.
Call back to previous
Look,
episodes
little parachute.
again. Oh boy. We've got a visitor. We've got a special guest star in the Land of the Lost today.
The shimmer must be a
Not
time
special
doorway.
effects.
I did it.
He did
I
it all
opened
right.
it.
He opened it.
Something fell through.
Someone, you mean? Hey, do you think you could put it back the way it was?
Put it back. We can go home now.
Oh, sure. But how?
How? With a ladder?
A rope, sky
figure
hook, and a
something
block
out.
tape,
Hey,
block and
we better
tackle.
go see who came through it. The parachute came down near the swamp.
Yeah, and whoever it is might be in danger if old Grumpy's hanging around there. Come on.
Yeah, if old Grumpy's hanging around. Commercial sign, and we're back. And so we come back.
Anyone, get this dang thing away from me! You did. Get on.
And so we come here and we discover that Spot's got a play toy. Got the pilot who was caught up in the tree, and then Spot's doing his thing to attack him. Stupid looking dinosaur. Let's see what they've got to say for just a minute.
Where am I, and what in the heck was that?
That's only a celophysis. It's omnivorous.
It's only.
I don't much care where it goes to church. It sure has got bad manners.
Hey, you all right?
Well, I think so. My glider got chewed in half at an embarrassing moment. Well, I guess I lost my bearings on the way down.
Oh, he got lost,
I'm
all
Will
right.
Marshall, and this is my sister Holly.
Beauregard Jackson of Fort Worth, Texas, at your service.
Our place is off this way. We'll be able to get there before dark. Hey, I think we ought.
And so they offer to get him down to help him out, get him out there. So that they do. And we've got this guy here now just ominously flowing around the land of the lost, doing his thing. And Beauregard's kind of, taking him back. Didn't go to a house. He's gone back to a cave, and they're kind of figuring it out. And here we go. Got Dad doing some potatoes. And I think Dad's not surprised I didn't bring anything back. So he's really gonna be surprised seeing what they got. Let's see what Dad's gonna be saying about this.
Mr. Jackson, this is my father, Rick Marshall.
Marshal?
A parachute? I guess you had a bit of bad luck, Mr. Jackson.
I don't think Mission Control is going to be quite that polite, but if you'd be so kind as to point me to a telephone, I'd appreciate it.
Oh
Well,
no.
the nearest telephone is light years away. This is another world, a closed universe. It's not quite like Earth. I mean, this place is filled with dinosaurs and monkey-like people that we call Pakuni. In fact, it was built
Info
by the
dump.
ancestors of some giant
But he does it
insect-like
good.
creatures that we call slee stacks.
You from Texas?
No, why?
You sure do tell some mighty fine stories. If you'll please help me to a phone, I'd appreciate it.
All he needs is a phone. Up. And of course, Grumpy makes a special appearance.
Will, the
If that don't make a believer out of you, nothing will. And so Will and Rick, they get the fly swatter and they do their thing. And Grumpy does his thing.
Now that'll take care of him for a
He'll
while.
learn one of these days.
You'd think after a while he'd stop bugging us.
You
Is
think
that
he
a
would?
dinosaur?
Sure, I told you. That's Grumpy.
Uh-huh.
And of course he's pissed. And of course he can't reach it. So he's stuck.
So there I was, making re-entry over Ecuador. The plasma field was building up over the heat shield, so I couldn't see too much of what was going on.
Mr. Jackson, that doesn't sound like any glider I've ever heard of.
Well, sure, son.
And
It
here
was
we-
a hypersonic glider.
And here we're
Same
establishing
as
that
I've been flying for the past 6 years between Phoenixport and Space Station 5.
A spaceship?
Well, not a real spaceship.
the establishing that he's from ahead of them in time. So they're different times that they came from.
Cut the tail off my glider. Next thing I knew, I was hanging from my parachute in that tree.
Wow.
Mm.
There's a radio in my capsule.
Yeah,
Well, it
it's not
wouldn't do
going
much
to
good
work.
here, would it?
No, it's not going to do much
No, there's a
good.
way out of here, Bo. A fellow by the name of Enoch was pretty sure of it. We just haven't been able to find it yet, that's all.
You mean there are other people here?
Oh, Enoch's not human.
No,
What do
he's
you mean,
not.
son?
Well, Enoch's one of the people who helped build this place. He got trapped here when he fell through one of the time doorways.
Did he ever get out?
You can check in,
We never found out.
but you can't check out.
We're not sure, but we think that the pylons have something to do with the time doorways. There's so many of them, and each one seems to lead to a different
Will's looking a
world
little
or
bit
different
uncomfortable
time.
right now.
Well, take you, for
I
example.
wonder why.
I mean, you must be from some time in our future. Where we come from, we don't have any space shuttles yet.
I'm starting to feel awful lost.
You have no idea.
Don't worry about it, Bo. Tomorrow will be a better day. Why don't we hit the sack? I think I have an extra blanket for you. Will, clean up this, would you?
Rick has a good perspective on that. Tomorrow will be a better day.
Will, you're gonna have to tell Dad sooner or later.
I know. Tomorrow.
Mhm.
Mr. Jackson's probably gonna kill me.
He'll be
Oh, he
mad,
probably
all right.
is. He probably will be.
I don't think I've ever heard it so windy.
I wonder why. So they go up and they're heading to the place where he parachuted at, and they're noticing that it's going off across the sky. And this is where Will comes off and says, "Dad, I did it." And Dad, he's realizing the implications of this. And he's owning it, but again, through his actions, now you've got somebody who is totally out of their element, and I would be pissed. He plays it well, but would really be pissed. Um, and he owns up to it, and he's just explaining it to him. But he explaining it didn't do anything. Rick's saying, "Good job. Maybe we could do something with this." And Beauregard's noticing it's not that far up. He's got his parachutes. Maybe he can go off his mountain and get through there. Maybe they all can. Maybe it's a way for them to all get home. So what they're contemplating now is going to the top of the mountain where they're at, getting their stuff, and seeing what they can do. And it's an idea. It's worth trying because, granted, I am kind of curious because he's left the parachute there, and he's got his other parachute kind of in there. So I'm kind of confused on that one, but we'll see. But he's discussing reference to the option of basically parachuting from the top of the mountain into it. And if you notice, the wind is really blowing. It's because that time doorway is like 15,000 meters above the sky. Again, it was high in orbit, coming down, it clipped the vehicle and came through. So the high wind at that upper atmosphere is what's coming through the time doorway, which in turn is coming through the time door itself. So that's causing all the wind to pick up.
Let's see.
What'd you see?
I told you, you'd think I'd gone out of my mind.
Hey,
It's one thing to know about it, but seeing it.
Dad?
What is
this
it?
one,
It's
it
like the
almost
river.
makes sense.
Let me see.
To look and to see yourself from the
It's us.
rear.
It's us on that hill. That hill's this hill, isn't it?
It's like looking all the way around the world.
I told you this was like a small closed universe.
I got to read the science behind that.
You're not going to be able to help us, Mr. Jackson.
Well, why not? I can fly a glider through that gateway. It'll be just like docking at a space station.
The other side of that doorway is moving. The wind's pouring through it right into our side. And at a half mile per second, nobody can dock with that. If we don't close that doorway, sooner or later, that wind's going to turn into a hurricane. And it won't stop rising until all of the air in this valley is moving at a half a mile per second.
I really love the line delivery on that.
Sure. Sometimes you're scarier than them dinosaurs.
Welcome to Bizlock's Retro Newsflash, part of the show where we come together and we discuss pop culture and the news of pop culture and what's going on this week. There's a couple of things going on in the news this week. There's one in which I'm sad, but I'm happy, and kind of really mixed emotions. It's official. And it was official as of like 2 weeks ago that for the first time in like 10 years, there is no new Star Trek that we're aware of being worked on. Yeah. They officially announced the cancellation of Starfleet Academy. That's sad. For one, it's sad because it's Star Trek. Star Trek should not be canceled. Any episode of Star Trek that's out there should be able to at least carry on to 7 seasons. So, it's sad. Now, on the same note, I'm not a fan of Kurtzman Trek. I'm not a fan of any Trek that's coming from Kurtzman and Secret Hideout. We've discussed this before. I've got the memorial service for Star Trek that was put out back in December. We all know how I feel about it, But on the same note, I'm not going to lie to you. The franchise turns 60 years old this 60 years old. And that we're aware of, there's nothing being worked on. Now, you and I both know, Paramount, they just purchased or are in the process of purchasing Warner Brothers. We know they got to come up with money to pay. They're going to have to come up with good stuff. So naturally, it makes sense that they dumped Kurtzman. They dumped Secret Hideout. They look to go to somebody who can write Trek, who can write something that appeals to the existing audience, but yet pulls in the new audience. They know what needs to be done. They know. So, yeah, and it's just really hard to know and to accept the fact that it is what it is. But here's hoping that whatever Trek, and I believe they're going to be announcing it soon. I believe there's something in pre-production now. A couple of movies thing they may be working on. We still have Strange New Worlds. We've still got that coming out. I still watch that. It's not the best, but it'll do what it needs to do. But at the end of the day, we'll get more Trek. I have no idea what it is, but we'll get more Trek. Second thing that we've got is we've got a new trailer that we're going to go through today. I am a big fan of this character. Brand New Day. Spider-Man. Brand New Day. I look forward to, we know the movie will make money. Spider-Man. Fantastic Four last year didn't do so well. And just about any superhero movie that Marvel does has not been doing so well. But Spider-Man, we know, is going to make money. So let's go through this together. Let's see if we can see details and just see, if it's worth the hype that everybody's discussing with. Stand by and I'll see you there.
So if you remember, at the end of No Way Home, Doctor Strange is there, and everybody knows about Spider-Man, and poof. To make the story end, everybody has to forget Spider-Man. And so that's where we start off at. MJ forgets, his best bud forgets, he's there playing solo and everything to that extent there.
I can't believe our first hit MIT! MJ, come on, pretend like you're not the happiest you've ever been in your entire life.
Of course she's happy. She's a happy camper. You can look at her face and tell that. Yeah. But of course, this is a Disney production. This is a Sony production. So I'm got to do the interruptions on this to make it transformative, to make, well, you know the deal. Here we go.
I can't.
I knew it!
You can tell he's not happy about it. And congratulations to Tom Holland. Since we started getting Spider-Man movies, this is number 4. Good job for you, sir. How old are you now? Iron Man did it better.
Hi.
Sad music.
Hi, my name is Peter Parker.
And you're not. So you'd make it think that he tracks these people down. You get the feeling he tracks these people down. I'm not sure. Or does New York, that's the city that this takes place. How many millions of people? What are the odds? Realistic odds.
You don't remember me, but we used to know each other.
I know. I'm not a comics book fan. I've never been a comics book fan. I have been a comic book fan of the Transformers back in the day. I got a crap load of them in my closet. I've got a bunch of newer Transformers comics that I've got that I've yet to read. But there's key frames that I picked up here that trigger memory, and it's like, look at the placing of the eye of the mask. Look at, you just know, and there's key elements that you see in which is referring to a cover or referring to something. You just can't help but to pick up and know, hey, wait a second.
Something bad was going to happen, and the only way to stop it was to make everyone forget about me.
Forget about him. What's the key of the city if you have nobody there to enjoy it with you?
Because I'm not just Peter Parker. I'm Spider-Man.
I was a big fan of the Fox Spider-Man series back in the early 90s. And as I've seen, this isn't the first time seeing the trailer, but as I've seen and I've heard things on here, I feel a lot of callbacks to story arcs we're getting ready to run into.
What the hell, Frank? You just hit me with a van!
Quit your whimpering.
I love this. Do look forward to him being in here. Not sure to what extent, if he's just got a short cameo. I'm not sure, but I do look forward to him.
Mother.
Go home!
Sometimes Spider-Man has to do the hard thing, even if it breaks Peter Parker's heart.
But he's Spider-Man. If he's doing it right, he'd have Gwen Stacy. You know what I'm saying? Or, well, I don't know. I never followed much of his love life or anything like that. Just, I just want to see him web up and swing across the city and that kind of stuff.
What is happening to me?
Nan Spider. I remember that from the Fox. And and of course that's from the comics. I never followed the comics, so you have to forgive me on this. I'm just curious if this is taking more of that element or if this is taking more from the comics when they did that with it.
Oh, God.
This summer. Now, we're getting ready to run into something.
Excuse me.
I used to have no issues with this at all. But back in the day, I remember when before social media, actors, performers, they did their thing, and we would see them on occasion in the movies that they do. Then comes social media. Then comes the grandstanding. Then comes the preaching. Then comes I'm better than you. Then comes their political views. Then comes this, then comes that, and everything like that. And then you get that. And then you get it where, my God, will this guy just shut the hell up? I'm not a fan of Trump. I'll just flat that say that. I'm not a fan of him. I'm a libertarian. If anything, you can call me a libertarian. That's what I am. A little bit of conservative libertarian. Do your own thing. Leave me the hell alone. Let me do my thing. I'll let you do your thing. That's my view on this. I'm not hard left. I'm not hard right. But you get people who just want to grandstand and do things, and it's like, this is this guy. He's just done so much in which I don't want to see him. He's got nothing that I want to see, and it's like a lot of people nowadays. I saw there was what is it, Clownfish TV. They did a short a couple days ago. Shut the hell up. Nobody cares what you think. We do our thing. You do your thing. Let's go. People don't want to hear what these Hollywood people want to say. I'm going on a tangent. Anyhow, not a fan that he's in there.
Dr. Banner, I need your help.
What did you say your name was?
Shut the hell up.
15.
But yeah, the man spider thing. Not sure where that's going.
Is mutating. It would be enormously dangerous.
Enormously dangerous. I believe that's a scene.
Spiders have...
Now, this is what I'm interested in.
3 life cycles.
If I didn't know better, I'm probably wrong, but I wouldn't mind. Is this guy Doc Connors? Will we get the lizard done here?
When
I don't know.
Between cycles, it can leave the spider vulnerable.
Is that?
To threats.
We are faced with a danger that we can't control. One we can't even see. Stay out of my way.
This. Yeah, I'm going to go back on this. This. Yes, this.
Of my way.
I've always been a fan of the Scorpion. I've always been. And yeah, I'm very excited for this to see this go. I am really excited about this. Perfect guy to play him too. Really, that's gonna be. I'm excited to see that.
You're losing it, kid.
He's losing it. Not sure where we got with this. Again, I'm not sure how I feel about this now.
And for those spiders who make it through.
Is this Rogue? No. Isn't this a scene off of one of the comic books covers? I think so. Again, never was coming.
It amounts to a kind of
Boomerang, or the Boomerang. I believe this is a cover from some reference from some place. I've seen people are speculating that something that's in there is cut. I don't know. Not sure. Maybe. Cool scene though. Cool catch.
rebirth.
So.
Nice flowers.
Oh,
Yes.
they're a housewarming gift.
I'm MJ.
I'm just a neighbor from across the hall.
Friendly neighbor.
July 31st. Here's the deal. From what I remember and from what I know, studios, summers when you get your movies to get that does your blockbusters. A lot of them put their movies out if they know it's going to do money, they put it out in the front of summer. Um, you know, end of May, 1st of June, maybe 1st of July, maybe. But that's when your big summer blockbusters come out. Um, this is coming out July 31st. I think they put it here for two reasons. For one, I don't think we have that much coming out toward the end of the summer, and so they're putting it out there so it can make easy money. Again, it's Spider-Man. We're going to make easy money. If they would have put it out in June, they'll be going against He-Man, Masters of the Universe, and I'm here to tell you, it wouldn't stand a chance. I was there. I saw Project Hail Mary on opening night when it came out, and that is MGM Amazon studio production. That's going to make money. That's going to make killer money, and I have the utmost faith that Masters of the Universe that's going to make some killer buckage. I've got this gut feeling that Amazon MGM, they put good effort into this. They put good effort into the story for Masters of the Universe. It's going to go out when it goes out in June. It's going to dominate the summer. It's going to make money. You're going to get Sequels flat out. Spider-Man wouldn't stand a chance at that point. I've got a strong feeling Masters Universe is going to be anywhere between 1.2 to 1.5. We'll revisit this, and if I'm wrong, I will let you give me a big "I told you so." You're wrong, but I got a feeling 1.2 and 1.5 billion. He-Man's going to make. Spider-Man's not going to make near that. But anyhow, this trailer is about Spider-Man and not He-Man. So I say all this to say,
Spider-Man's going to make money, but I don't. After what happened with Fantastic Four last year, and them not making any money, I mean, they had high hopes on Fantastic Four, but Disney shat the bed. The only Marvel movies that I've been to see is No Way Home. That was the last Marvel movie I went and seen. I will go see this one, Brand New Day. I'll go see this. I'm not gonna be there opening weekend or anything like that because it's Marvel has just really, in my opinion, lost a lot of credibility with where they've went with their movie qualities, and just they've taken their audience advantage of the audience, and it is what it is. I'll go see the movie just for the experience, and we'll see it then, but I'm going to be in no hurry to see it. And this is the bed that Disney has to sleep in. I mean, they had a run, and was writing checks for some of the movies they've done. But, they've wanted to go for the message. They wanted to go for platform before telling the story. And we've seen what the past 6 years have done for them. They're not doing too hot. And so it is what it is. But, I'm not going to go down any more directions on that. I'm just saying that, this is the trailer for Spider-Man Brand New Day. Am I going to see it? Yes. Am I excited to see it? I'm excited to see elements of it. It's Spider-Man. I'm still a fan. I look forward to seeing Scorpion, and I'm just looking forward to seeing what they do to it. But, we'll just have to see. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I will say, just like what I did with Project Hail Mary, if you guys seen that, when I get them out of the movies, I'm going to give it an out of the theater reaction, and I'm going to do a movie review for it because I look forward to doing that. But that is Bizlock's retro news flash, and that is us going over Spider-Man Brand New Day. What do you think about it? Make a comment below. You want to go see it? Are you excited in seeing it? Or are you even curious about it? Or are you pretty much like a lot of other people who just kind of go, meh? What do you think? But I will leave that open in the comments open for you guys. Let's go and continue on. Let's finish up with Land of the Lost, and I'll see you guys on the other side.
All right, so we got a plan.
They're Skylons.
Skylines?
They're friendly sometimes. We had a problem with the weather once, and they told us how to fix it.
They're kind of a living machine. They're the watchdog over the environment.
So they're going to look at the skylines, and they're going to see, of course, the color sequence. And if you remember from the past episode that they were there, they helped the marshals. They gave a sequence, and they entered it on the pylon, and it took care of what needed to be taken care of. And so they're thinking that this is going to be the same thing here, that if they enter in the sequence that the pylons are giving, or the skylines are giving, it should take care of the time doorway. But here's the thing. And so he's entering the sequence that Will is calling into him. And he's asking, is there any changes? And he says, nope, not a change, not a thing. And he says, can we turn it off and then turn it back on? It's like, no, that's not an option here. Can you do a Control-Alt-Delete and reboot? No, that's not an option here. So they try to enter the sequence in again to see what it does. And as they enter the sequence in again, do you have any response on that? No, actually, it's getting kind of worse. And again, you've got the glowing orb. And then they come in here and then they realize that this isn't going to work. The skylines are repeating a sequence to control the weather. This is coming through as a result of the air coming from the portal. So this is not going to work at all. So that's a non-starter. That's not going to work. And so they got to come up with another option. They got to figure out something else with it. So as they look outside, they notice that the skylines gone. Yum yum, eat 'em up. It took the skylines. So now wherever that time doorway opens up at, skyline just flew through. And so now they're coming through. Okay, what option do we have now? They are coming through the option now of being able possibly to manipulate the portal, to change directions of the portal, to see if they can move it to come in this direction here. And that could be an option, they think. And so he's going to go out there and then take a look. And then Rick's going to come over here and see if he can change the directions of the portal using this matrix table. And so they'll give that a shot. They'll see if they can do this. So now he's going to go out there. Rick is going to look at the number and look at the colors and figure out which one to start off with. And we're going to go.
What now? Nothing.
Nothing yet.
Wait a minute. You did something.
Up, he sped it up.
Like a bat out of Philadelphia. Slow it down. See if you can make it turn.
Look at that. He's doing that.
You got an angle toward the ground. Try to level it off some. Get your eyes in a little. You still haven't made a turn yet. Dang, it's getting too far away.
Oh, look at that.
You did it. You turned.
Now what's
Watch
going
out,
to
it's
do?
going into the cliff.
Uh-oh.
Chocolate.
Half the mountains in a different time.
It's below us. All right, Marshall, you made a turn to the right now. Now turn it to the left until I say whoa.
Whoa.
Just remember how to do it. Is it working?
Now hold it. Just a little bit more. Hold it right there. That's fine.
There you go.
Can you
There
bring
you
it
go.
up a little?
Bring it up just a little.
Hey, hold it. That's it. It's coming right at us.
The wind is less now, isn't it?
I must have slowed it down. It looks like it's coming right down our throat. If it isn't high enough, you can climb up in the pylon.
There you go.
Less now, it's strongest in the game.
Here we go.
Marshall, get your kids out of here. Well, what about you? I'm going home. Good luck, Jackson. And the farewells now. Come on, get out of here. Come on.
So here it comes like a freight train. And he runs, he jumps. And there goes the pylon. And you don't know if he's alive or dead. You don't know if the pylon, what happened to it.
We'll never know.
You never know.
Gateway's gone. It destroyed the pylon. I guess we'll never be able to open up that gateway again.
Well, I guess we'll have to find another pylon.
Uh-oh.
You just wait a minute.
He's going to bust his ass for that one.
Fooling around with another pylon.
There'll be no television for a week.
Come
on, let's go home.
Good story. Oh, very good story. Man. Like I said, I loved that story back in the day, and I loved it now. I mean, it's really a solid science fiction, solid story that it's a fast 23 minutes. Great. Enjoyed it. Meet you guys on the other side, and we'll go with it from there. We'll see you there.
Great episode of Land of the Lost that was. Again, really enjoyed that. The tie-ins to that with Ferret Run, I went over in the front. Don't have to go over it again because it's pretty simple. Excellent trope. One of the things I really did love about this was how it remained true to the previous episodes that came before it. And then he's able to get callbacks to what became before. Between mentioning the Holly's perfume on her jacket, between mentioning, with the dad, the shiny rocks that electrocuted him, between the skylines, between the river of the circular river, the closed universe thing. It remains true to itself. It's not a reset. A lot of just about every show we put to the Land of the Lost, that was in syndication to that extent. You had the episode, you started, had your adventure, you hit the end, and as soon as that episode was over, reset. Everything's forgotten about. There's no mentioning of what happened before or anything to that extent. I mean, that serialization was unheard of on TV at that time. But here we go, a prime episode. And even to this day, I cannot think of too many shows that followed the example of Land of the Lost, that played homage and mentioned previous episodes that reflected upon the episode that you're having today. It's unheard of. And that's really a unique trait about this, which just makes the creator, makes the whole show itself so much more respectable. And it makes it where you can watch it and you can connect to the story, you can connect to the people who are in the story, because not only do we remember what happened in those previous episodes, they're acknowledging it. They acknowledged that it happened in the past. again, you just don't run into that, and that's so awesome. With this right here, to me, this is one of the big reasons why, Land of the Lost is one of the first shows that I went through on this. As a kid, you watch it, again, you don't think too much of it. But as I was reviewing, coming up with the ideas, what show do I want to start? What show do I want to review? It's like, I could do Land of the Lost. Yeah, it's about dinosaurs. Who doesn't love dinosaurs? Oh yeah, but it does this. And it also does this. It's like, yeah, it does do that. It does. So, for those of you who's never watched it before, running into that, it's like, yeah, it did do that, didn't it? It went there. That very few shows dared to tread. Oh, good show. We've got one left. It's Circle. And I want to be perfectly honest with you. The next show, the last show of season 1, episode of season 1, that's one that left me doing the math on that one. Not doing the math as in doing the math, as in 2 + 2 = 4, I'm actually, and you'll find yourself actually looking at the circumstances of what's happening, assessing about what's happening, and are you sure you're going to do that? Are you sure you're going to do that? Because that's one of those, it's the implications are deep. And again, I'm looking forward to going to that one because that also is a great episode. And so we find ourselves to the end. Little bit of housekeeping. What I want to do. For those of you who've made it to this part in the video, thank you very much. I appreciate you. What I'm going to do, as of right now, last time I looked, I have 61 subscribers to this channel. To all of you who's subscribing, thank you. I appreciate it. For those of you who just discovered me, got other videos, feel free to like, feel free to subscribe. Any kind of interaction that I get from you helps me get put out there, helps people discover me, helps me beat the algorithm and get out there. So please like and subscribe. But what I'm going to do, like I said, we've got 61 episodes, 61 subscribers. Check that. 61 subscribers. I want to push to 100. I want to have 100 subscribers by the end of April. So here's what we're going to do. I am going to offer a giveaway. Yes. What we'll do is we will look at all the folks who subscribed from subscriber 1 to subscriber 100. And then we'll have a giveaway. Ferret Run merch. I have a couple of t-shirts that I'm going to give away. I'll give away one of the books. And as a treat, I'm not sure if any of you guys have ever tried to record yourself on YouTube before or try to record yourself doing something, but you never do it on the first outtake. You never do it on the first take. There's always outtakes. Myself, anyone who knows Scott Freeman knows that right here is a switch. And that switch sometimes doesn't work. You get in front of the camera, you start speaking, and then that comes out without even thinking. You're seeing the end product. I've got so many outtakes of me just barneying, just totally messing up. When I'm at to 100, I will make a outtake reel and I'll upload it of me doing some of the best mess ups that I've done up until this point. It will be so frustrating because I'll be going good and doing this, and it's like, yes, we're going good, and then I'll say something and it's like, shit, did I just do that? Crap. Cut, start over, re-record. That what I messed up, it just goes into the folder of stuff that I don't use, and I've got it there. So when I get to 100, I will pull together outtake reel. And for all you folks of Gen X, you probably remember some of those, especially with the Smokey and the Bandit movies. I remember they'd finish the movie and then they'll run to the outtakes, the end credits, but they'll show outtakes of the actors and they'll be trying to deliver a line and then boop, boop, they mess up on it. I'll do that for this channel as well. It adds quality, and it shows, we're all just the same. We all do deliver it great. We all make mistakes. There's no magic potion except just going in with the edit. But anyhow, I appreciate you all being here. And again, if you're new to the channel, feel free to go through the old videos. Feel free to, I've got many others. I've got quite a number. I've got almost every episode of Season 1 Land of the Lost done, except one. Feel free to like, subscribe, and we will see you all next time. Until then, be good to each other, be safe, take care of yourself, enjoy springtime that we have, and we will see you all on the other side. Thanks, and take care.